into Hungary, the first 14,000 of some 2 million doses ordered. The distribution of the European Union, just not quick enough for Hungary.
The ISS that we're planning to launch during a spacewalk. We do these launches from time to time to better perform scientific tasks. The size of such a satellite might be compared to the first artificial Earth satellite. Its diameter is 53 centimeters. And the very first satellite was 58 centimeters across. It also had 4 antennas that were spreading signals. Those signals were meant for the Earth-based stations. The satellite was assembled in less than a month, and it weighed 84 kilos. Its code name was PS-1, or Elementary Satellite 1. It had 2 radio transmitters for various frequencies. The size of radio waves were supposed to be monitored at the Baikonur to tell the temperature and the pressure inside the device. Still, there were other purposes too. There was only one thing left. They needed to launch it into space. Especially because on August 21st, 1957, the long-expected launch of the R-7 rocket happened after it had failed 3 times before that. The rocket flew almost 6,000 kilometers and then fell down somewhere in the Kamchatka region. The control system is absolutely unique. This scheme of a stationary start was proposed by Sergei Korolev for the first time. Everything on the R-7 was different. It was all new. The rocket was flawless. But the generals insisted it was necessary to send a bomb into space. A trial launch with a nuclear warhead replica on board revealed an issue nobody had ever been expecting. Those warheads that carried thermonuclear bombs got destroyed when they were re-entering the atmosphere, and we couldn't figure out what we needed to work on or change. Two brand-new R-7 rockets were ready for launch, but there were no bombs ready for that. Korolev saw a rare opportunity to launch the satellite earlier. We needed a break to create, develop and present a new warhead. The satellite was delivered to Baikonur. The test pilots got to work. The armed missile was about to become a peaceful carrier rocket. The launch was scheduled for October 6th. But Korolev suddenly moved the date. There was information about the Americans also planning their own satellite launch on October 6th. Mikhail Ryazansky, the chief designer of that institute, was there with us. He immediately... The launch made a resounding splash all across the world. People on different continents were leaving their houses to look at the sky and see the one star moving among others that remained still as usual. The first people in the United States who managed to catch the satellite signals happened to be random amateurs and not military men. Back then, the New York Times stated that 90% of talks regarding artificial Earth satellites were happening in America. As it turned out, 100% of these actually happened in Russia. The announcer in a newsreel said it was the moon getting to know new things, learning the alphabet. Sputnik. The Russian word Sputnik flew around the world to become known everywhere and be used not only as a technical term, but also as a cultural phenomenon. There were new drinks in East European bars, there were new rock and roll styles in dancing, and even new model haircuts created by barbers. The recent Japanese fashion style is new hair designs, Leica and Sputnik. The first satellite stayed there in orbit for 92 days. By the time it was burned down re-entering the atmosphere, there was the second Soviet device flying around. Careful here, we're all ready for the start. Got it. Go if you're ready. And here goes another satellite again. It is almost like the one that got into space 55 years ago on October 4th, 1957, and opened the space for the people of the planet Earth. It started really nice. It's great. Well done. It's beautiful. And there is the sun. Did you take it, right?
I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.